his tire will be overheating and will be degrading much faster. So right now it's time for us to gain the most out of the inters. Crashes are great if nobody gets hurt. Oh yeah. Okay. Hello, my name is FreeHappyDolphin and welcome back to F1 Manager series. And as you see, everything looks quite nice. Mentality really great. We're rocking in Constructors Championship, as well as Astons and Mercedes do not really perform. But the only thing is money, and we have our redemption plan. And let's try to follow it. Let's get again better parts on our cars. We have some pre-made parts. We're not that bad in managing, right? But yeah, some of them are just not going to hold until the season, and we will still add some minus there on our finances. But yeah, we try to make it better. Yeah, we just try to get the most points, get objectives and long-term objective completed, and this way get out of this mess. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and if we can follow up with the next season here. And Theo actually improved his smoothness by 2 points, full 2 points. Really nice. He has really nice development. So looking forward, like few seasons, I think he really can become solid first driver. And yeah, with that bigger aggressiveness as well, he's really good. I know aggressiveness comes from that jaw, right? Like Schumacher. So now let's go for those race targets. Yeah, looking quite good. Average car right now, but we still expect some points, and possibly this will be a race near the season where we will not score podiums. There are some races remaining. We're looking quite fine for it, and right now we see one practice session and sprint rounds again. I will go through the practice sessions myself as always and catch you back on qualification for a sprint. So we are back from a single practice session. As always with Bottas, we doing more. We getting 3 separate runs, almost getting the third one. So pretty usual stuff. On the second practice we would finish that one and possibly get really nice satisfaction. Right now we don't really know. Yeah, we see some optimals, you know, so I might be correct. This one we kind of might like to get it there. Maybe let's try do it right now. Yeah, it might be optimal actually. Nice, 3 runs, all it takes. Really great. For Theo, also looking quite nice actually, 2 optimals. We don't know how other things will go. These ones were optimals, and we're trying to fix these 3 upper ones, oversteering, braking stability and cornering. The second run, it was his second run. We just got second run's satisfaction, adjusted it, and went for the third one. So again, looking quite okay. We might have really strong qualifying sessions for sprint. And without further ado, let's go for those. Both of our cars are now a bit weaker than in last races. On this track we are not that strong, but anyway, I expect some good results. So far we are looking quite strong, 3rd and 4th. So we remain in the 3rd and 4th position, really good. Let's go for the second round straight away. Yeah, and now we see not that great result. I think that's changed. Yeah, cornering changed, right? We moved it just a bit and it has been optimal. So possibly that previous setting was better. At least now we know. 97 here, remaining 97. Yeah, this middle cornering is not good, so we need to readjust everything with a lot of sliders. Only one will not make it, that 5th one, you know, because it moves brake stability a lot and not the cornering, so we need to adjust everything for those 3 percentages. But I mean, overall that's a really good result anyway. Really good for sprint for sure, right? So let's go for another qualification round. Again, quite strong performance here. As we see, we are 2nd and 3rd. Actually, Theo getting just few seconds, few hundredths of the second ahead of Bottas. Let's again prepare our cars for another run. We should not go out, right? There is no reason. We're just getting our parts a bit worn. We're easily getting through. And meanwhile, we can see that Mercedes actually finally in top 10. And we'll see how that goes in the race. Ricardo, last one. No, trying to get to that third qualification. Okay, final results. Lewis not through. So Mercedes still struggling. We see Norris. And for these guys, it's not so surprising. Daniel Ricciardo now getting back this high in the third qualification. I think last I seen him in Baku, maybe. In Baku, he's driving 4th in the race and had a few issues, few incidents. But I think since then we haven't seen that strong V-carb. Of course, not that lucky. So yeah, quite contrast between them. We see Piastri from McLaren and Ferrari as well in the third qualification. No that big of a surprises there. Let's go for the last qualification round for sprint with soft tire. Now everybody's out straight away and we have yellow flag. Is that Bottas? Not really usual for him. That's a spin. Ow. Oof.
And once it started,
yeah, we're lucky our car did not get any damage. No damage at all. That's really lucky, right? Yeah, that will be compromised qualification for sprint for him for sure. The great thing is that it was just warming up lap, so we're still getting decent time compared, of course, having in mind his tire situation. Still, Theo. Super behind. Those stars did not really matter. And as you see, we are qualifying quite strong in the middle of third qualification. Even though our cars 14th and 13th maybe predicted on a grid. So always we out qualify. I don't know, guys. Yes, in the comments, or maybe you know already what's the reason for that. Our car never is that good. My hunch is that practice rounds, we do a good job in practice rounds. Maybe I just already know how effectively set it up, what to move, what to not move. I don't know. Other explanations I don't really know, because you know I do that automatic qualification. I do not manually push all maximum fuel, all maximum tire temperatures as I could be doing, right? So only explanation for me is really better practice sessions than it's expected by AI, you know, by those prediction numbers. So yeah, tell me in comments if you have any more ideas why we really out qualify always, like by 10 positions what we have. And on the race actually we perform as well quite good with no that big troubles like it's predicted on our grid position. And I'm not talking just overall grid position, right? I'm talking about specific for that track, so it should be quite accurate. I don't know how it works, maybe. Okay, medium seems the best choice. For the sprints, under fueling somehow did not work super nice for me in the last races. You know, we can just differentiate and grab a few learning points there. Push for the start, just to grab some spots as he's running first. And yeah, with Bottas, maybe let's give him a bit of a push, maybe not the fuel. I don't want them to fight, and well, Bottas is in 7th spot, so he's direct opponent of our Theo's car. Yeah, but there's nothing more to do. Later we will get our car satisfactions just a few percentages better, I believe. Now let's go for that sprint. Paris in front with one Red Bull. We see McLaren and Mercedes and no more. They're 10th and 11th, and we are fighting for points, so we're potentially looking for something good here. Theo taking the sideline. Yeah, you could have dived there. Now Bottas will have chance for that 6th spot, as Theo could not manage get spot from Piastri. We're not really pushing with Bottas all the way. Maybe I should even go on neutral and go on standard just to give a room a bit, right? Normal pace. Yeah, now we see the difference really emerged there. Yeah, as for tire strategies, I think just a bit harder push isn't that good. Yeah, so or only momentarily we can allow ourselves to be pushing. Though Bottas kind of yeah, on the back pedal here, much closer to Alonso than to Theo. I don't like to see that. Maybe just give a bit of energy to get away from him before the arrest zones. Also, not let Theo go at the same moment. Let's now conserve with Theo. Go on standard. Let him catch up with Piastri still. Now, Bottas going on standard. He is like percentage or half percentage ahead in tire. We just saw 97 there, and yeah, everybody had 96. We have DRS. We have yellow flags here. As Theo now catching up with that DRS Tsunoda spin. Okay, he's now last. Bottas trying to defend against Alonso. He kind of losing that DRS, right? Maybe that's the reason. Let's push on everything. I want to get in that DRS and have easier time here. Okay, gap is much better to Alonso right now. And as we see, full second behind. That means that he will lose DRS soon. And Theo takes on Piastri, and now Bottas has a chance. It's really close after this overtake. Yeah, nice diving inside there. Nice diving, and maybe it compromises Piastri's racing line, as we see right now. With Bottas, he's overtaking Piastri. I mean, yeah, he's pushing, I know, but I mean, that's really good. Let's go neutral with Theo, collect back some energy, and Bottas, well, I'm just looking for that overtake here. Maybe it will happen. Maybe let's stop pushing on tire. We have DRS. We're quite close. Alonso is no longer that scary, let's say. So we're looking nice in top 8 with both of our cars on the sprint. Theo now trying to catch up with Perez. That's a good race so far. No pit stops, so not a lot of places to fail. Yeah, let's stop pushing with ERS with Bottas, as we see that really not happening. That overtake. Now, Theo kind of was defending against Piastri, but now kind of attacking Red Bulls. And we see some overtakes there as well. Ferrari switched places, I think. Maybe lost the first place. Actually, that's what happened. And Perez now under trouble from Theo. Maybe it's time to give a bit of ERS for him to finish job, as well, Piastri is looking for some overtake himself. Let's stop pushing a bit with fuel, as we see our temperatures with Bottas rising. We don't want to get a really bad tire there. Still, now Ricciardo. Alonso actually lost his position. Now Ricciardo is trying to hunt us, but 1.6 seconds between us. We are still feeling quite safe. Let's not get onto those zeros. Really not nice. Bottas struggling to overtake here, right? Now, that was not Bottas. That was Theo. I'm mixing up positions because Theo now is in front and taking position from Sainz. It's really unusual, but Theo is ahead of Bottas and doing those overtakes on top 4. We can look at maybe from different angle. Yeah, easy overtake on the straight, going into inside and taking a nice race line already. No competition there. So yeah, let's not get that ERS super down, as we conserve a bit of fuel as well. We kind of need that boost from time to time. And Bottas now staying in 7th position. Not that easy time overtaking Piastri, I guess. But Ricciardo is already 3 seconds behind, so we're quite safe in our points, in our sprint points. Again, I think we haven't finished in points on both of our cars. We just picked up 3 points on race before with Bottas on sprint. That was first points in sprint, I think. So yeah, double points in sprint is super helpful for us for those objectives, for just in general our position in championship. Now Bottas, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Theo is doing really nice job on Perez in top 4 as we fight. He is getting closer, and Leclerc actually taking first spot. Yeah, Alonso getting back with Ricciardo. Fight going on there as we lose time. They both fight and lose time, now almost 4 seconds behind us. And first rows changing back and forth. And we can look really really nicely into that fight from Theo's car, as he's the one who's waiting for those opportunities to occur and just snatch that 8 points, right? That's what we're looking for, a sprint win race. Sprint win. Oh, big speed from Bottas, taking that 6th spot, and really nice confidence there. Really nice DRS, just going into DRS, not really being in it. That was really nice overtake. Maybe we can see, yeah, this replay. Look at this, along the straight, taking that inside line, and look at the speed he's coming into that straight. That's really great for us. We should be having a bit of gap there, no? Oh, he's looking for taking that position back, of course. And of course, maybe I'd like to conserve a bit here. Maybe that will get that temperature just a bit lower. See some fight up there. Yeah, wow. Taking the 3rd spot now on outside line, as the first row also fights. We're getting really nice overtake with Theo. And quite close to top 3, right? I mean, he's in top 3, but all top 3 is quite close.
Now this was the Sauber.
Oh, we're fighting freeway, and we're just taking that better line. And Perez is greedy, and he's out. He's out in 4th spot. Quite a bit of a distance there. Straight away, right? Yeah, 0.7 seconds. We haven't seen that big of a gap in the top 3, I guess. Also, I could give a bit of a boost with ERS and try to catch up with Theo. He's on the right side. It's really strange to see our best guy on the right side in the 2nd car, right? 5 seconds here. Quite okay, I think. Our pack is really doing a nice job. Now Theo not really catching up with the pack and not having a lot of fuel there. Sainz having really nice tower, as well as McLaren's. The top 3 fights all the way, and we kind of also on standard, but with those just a bit higher temps, really losing the tower as they. But we are staying here. Possibly at the end, Sainz and Piastri will have big advantage. And there's not a lot what we can do here, actually. We just want to stay here in between of those top teams. Tire temps not looking nice for Bottas especially, right? Maybe we could push here and just get lighter on the tires. Yeah, Piastri trying some things. We moved in defensive position with Bottas there. Yeah, we had just a bit of more fuel with Bottas. Trying to get those temps of tires a bit down, as we will be losing. Oh, we saw somebody going off-road, and that's our guy. But we're not losing position though. Yeah, running wide. I've seen that from behind.
Oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted.
Yeah, but that's lucky. That's really lucky, staying there. Now, as you see with Theo, yes, we got some nice positions, but that underfueling in sprint, as I thought, does not really work wonders as it can in race. For example, right now we cannot even push with fuel and lower our temperatures for the tires as we're doing with Bottas. So it really only backfires so far. 10 laps left, and we still need to conserve for finishing this race. Not the best result maybe. 9 laps to go, and our tires are not looking great. For Theo, it's quite similar to other teams in front. That might be okay, but Bottas now surrounded by those better tires is not looking great. Theo losing that position. Now finally those better tires are kicking in. I mean, finally. And Bottas also losing some positions here. Let's get back on standard on our not pushing for fuel, getting normal on fuel, and yeah, just pushing with tire. We lose those few positions, but I expect that Sainz will overtake Piastri, and maybe we'll still fight those same guys now in lower positions. For a few more points. It's 1 point difference between those places, as Alonso possibly cannot catch up with us. 11 seconds build up here against us and other teams. Yeah, Alonso is the only odd team here, right? Yeah, Norris also not really lucky, but Alonso is the only one who kind of trying to catching up, and Stroll, of course, he's in his own world as always. Yeah, so really good team strength here. Our cars are really looking okay compared to what they've been in the start of the season. Now Theo cannot really defend against Piastri, and I won't really do anything about it. I cannot really do anything about it, which is not having that good tire there. And yeah, that possibly will be what, 3 points in this race. Maybe they'll go ahead and take those top 3 guys as well. We never know. But we quite safe with some points, double points from sprint as well. So looking quite okay. We'll see how it goes on the last laps here, as we still not giving up those positions fully. We're still staying in DRS just for a bit right now. Yeah, Bottas looking for overtake here, and here we go. We see our drivers now getting in that correct lineup, should I say. He's retaking that first car spot. Bottas now running and getting more points in sprint as well. Maybe that's a better chance to catch up with Piastri, not let those guys go, as we have more fuel to spend on him. Everything else looks just a bit the same. I mean, of course, tire now not the best, but yeah, we'll see. And here we see, yeah, he's 0.2 seconds behind, so maybe some more chances for a bit more points. Yeah, so here is the sprint race, and big gaps starting to form and to catch up. It's been not that great. So 5 points, really good addition to race, I hope. And yeah, really nice points, double points on sprint. So let's go for that. Weekend, and weekend continues with qualification, as it's been said. Now let's get those setups. This was perfect for cornering, I'm sure of it. Maybe let's go and check this one. Maybe it's perfect for both of those things. Now let's go with a bit worn tire here for the first lap, and here, yeah, here we need to do a major adjustment. Yeah, let's just hope that this adjustment will not ruin our optimals. If so, we can go back, of course. But that's for setups. Now let's go for qualification. So first qualification, 5th and 6th, really good, really good. I think we're still out qualifying our grid position for our cars. Some of them will get penalties, as we see Leclerc and Perez. I think we're still going to have a quite nice race. Now let's go for other qualification rounds. Yeah, we improved our setups, not all the way though. Yeah, now we bad on oversteer. Okay, I think that's still quite fine.
And we've had a crash on track.
And there's a crash. It's not a crash on turn 8.
This is what happened.
We have been looking for Theo's improvement. Oh, he's crashing alone? Okay. You could have smashed that Red Bull. I would not really be angry for that. His doesn't look like he's crashed. It's just a yellow flag. Okay. Theo improves only to P12. Ay. I was expecting some good lap from him. The first one was awful. The first one was like full second behind, I think. And yeah, maybe not full second, but it was quite behind Bottas, and now he's not through to the third qualification. Well, he only did that last race last weekend, so there's not a lot of you know, not a lot of reasons to be angry. It's not usual for him to get through, but it would have been nice. Now he has to fight from the back, from the midfield to the points, as Bottas was 5th and now qualifying in the here. I mean, it looks nice. Few guys will get penalties. As we see, weak carbs in a third qualification round, really interesting. Mediums are really strong on next race, so we can let that one soft go. The Bottas. Yeah, let's try to snatch a bit better place. Okay, improved just a bit. P5, okay.
So we're happy with that.
And still P6, but Piastri did not improve, right? So we would have been a bit lower. Now Leclerc and Perez will get penalties, so possibly we're going P4 on the race. Now we have a heavy rain there, starting straight away on these tires. Yeah, P4 here, P13 does not change for Theo, and not really good for Theo to have that rain over here. Let's go on conserve mode. Let's get just a bit of advantage somewhere, right? Now, how heavy is that rain here? Oh, it's so heavy. Theo starting on Inters? Yeah, I don't know if it's necessary. It will be lap 6 or something like that. It's really heavy rain. We'll get a bit lower, but is that good enough for Inters? There's a gap of like 6 to 7 laps, a bit lower, right? Yeah, starting on 1.4. And this is like 3. I mean, this will be a 4. So lap 9. And from there on, we have really long wet period. Maybe here it will be, what, around 3, around 2.8. Again, really. So, two dips. This one, we definitely getting inters, right? I guess it will depend on the race situation. Right now, we don't need to plan a lot. It's not like we end up without tire, it's wet race. So we don't need to be really exact, but the decisions will just come on the racetrack. The biggest decision is to start on inters or not. I've been recommended to start on wet with Bottas and inters here. It will go up, but how fast? Let's go on inters on both of our cars. Around here, let's see, what lap is it? Lap 6. I mean, you can make a lot of time against a wet tire, right? Especially if you push all the way with inters. It's risky strategy. I mean, for Bottas, it's just a few overtakes on the start, and all it takes then is just building that distance, which can be good. Getting those wet tires, they will be fresh, right? Will be much fresher. And because at the start those wets should overheat a bit because of not enough rain there. It will not be 4 millimeters. Let's try. It's risky. We'll see how other teams respond. In the best case scenario, I would like to do 2 different strategies, but right now let's just go for a bit risky one. Yeah, somehow I'm ending up risking a lot. Really not characteristic for me. Anyway, let's go for this race and let's see what other teams decided to do on the start. Is that all wets and we again odd? Now we see some inters.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Wow. And look at us if we would be wet. Only Gasly is on wet tire, trying some strategy from the back. And we all on those inters. Here we go. By the way, I haven't looked at reports. Safety car. I mean, quite likely. Quite likely. So I guess we are more expecting it on these wet conditions. So we might push right now with fuel without big fear, right? And let's start this race. Bottas, 4th position, pushing all the way. Now on wet track against the same guys. Norris, Sainz, Piastri behind, Verstappen. Perez is only one outside top 10. Of course, Theo is there as well. But now Bottas having pretty much the same opponents here to face on wet track, trying to get free wide to get some fresh air and you know, try to overtake, but it's not really happening. Perez fighting for 11th and 12th spot with Mercedes, having a bit of rougher time there, right? We should be okay against guys behind, judging by our car, right? But yeah, Mercedes might be just a bit of a challenge because of a driver there. Russell really fighting Perez here, and Hamilton, whoa, so behind, fighting Sargent in front. And that could be a really scary fight to take. You can be both out in the split of a second. Anyway, Bottas. Yeah, those tires now overheating, but as we know, those tires are not staying there for long. So let's heat them all the way. Let's go neutral.
Think about increasing
Let's keep getting back our ERS and fuel, but let's keep pushing on tire. There's nothing to lose. As we see some close racing against Russell here. Not really overtaking. We saw confidence going down. Now it's in the middle. Really not what I'd like to see. But Bottas. Bottas having really fast sector here. Maybe that will get his confidence back. I hope so, because on the middle, I think I don't want to see any of our guys. We see some cursing, but it's okay. It's not a crash. Let's give that bit of ERS for both of our guys. Maybe those overtakes will happen much easier, because we are really close. As we see Piastri closing from behind, trying to take another spot there from Norris, which does not happen. And we get our third spot in the race, really nice. Now have a lot of fresh air in front, and Theo as well getting his position. Yeah, Bottas, we kind of saw this one. Can just look it again. Now from the back, you see pretty much Piastri trying to snatch that position as well. Nothing else here. Well, interesting angle. Russell having mechanical fault just as we overtake him. Yeah, some lockups coming because Theo now taking one more spot. Alonso actually dropping out from 8th position. Pretty much at the same spot where he's been on sprint, right? Almost taking out one of the weak carbs there. Together with himself, well, we are closer to points with Theo. Really nice improvement for us. Bunch of guys in front, yeah, mainly weak carbs maybe, not letting anybody go, and they are not that fast, so getting a bit of a distance in between of top 5. Now we see some overtakes in front. Perez has better view. Yeah, Leclerc trying to get on Stroll, the carbs also fighting between themselves. Stroll having nice view on those the carbs. Theo just staying behind, trying to, you know, conserve a bit of ERS there and maybe make something work. Now getting that outside line, not really working inside line, sorry. The track will get wetter and wetter. That's not good for Theo, though he's gained few points on smoothness right now, so yeah, you know, maybe it will won't go that bad as right now. Bottas closing on Sainz. Just 1 second of a gap left there. Maybe we should give him a boost. As we see, yeah, Sainz looking for the drier spots on the track. Really different. Really different sounds, almost like a different car, no? Let's give a bit of ERS for Bottas. Maybe the move will come on this straight, not diving inside here. Okay, we need to ignore this one. He's still not in that wet conditions. Just our strategy coming close. Also for Theo, I really like to overtake here, but it's not happening. 3 cars ahead, we just need a good chance here, not a lot of room to do that overtake, right? Now as Perez gets outside line, we don't really have where to be. Maybe now inside line dive? No, we don't have that much speed there. As Bottas now super close, we're giving ERS for him. He's fighting Sainz in front. We can give just a bit of energy for both of our guys.
Still okay.
Before that wet conditions, I think it's important to get a few positions on the track, get our confidence up finally. Yeah, and we may see overtake there on inside line against Sainz, taking the 2nd spot in this race. Really good. I think we had better better lap times, right? And Verstappen gets into the pits.
In the pit lane now.
Well, maybe it's a thing to go for. I don't know. We'll see how they will do on that next lap. As for the track details, it will get just a bit higher. Actually, it won't stay there so much. I mean, of course, wet tire will be faster at some point, but then you think if that's 3.5. Okay, this is 4, but right here it's again inters then, and all this part until here it's inters. Just a bit of a spike, and again it could be inters, and now it's wet. But there's a lot of, you know, like zebra. If you color all those parts, it would be like zebra here. I don't know what's increase in that track condition. Let's see. Yeah, lap 6 was 2.6 and lap 7 is already 8.8 hundredths more, so the next lap will be really hard for our guys. So the next lap is where we fit for that wet tire. Yeah, both of them already passed the pits, so let's put that wet tire on. I mean, it will be useful, at least for some bit. Right now we are pushing, we are gaining those positions as a lot of guys going into the pits.
Copy, box.
Still, we expect to be a bit faster, right? At least for now. We had super different sounds. So 21.9 here, and Verstappen getting out. Now 24.2. Maybe one more lap. Now, Bottas in pits. Actually, that's perfect. I mean, right now it's getting really wet conditions, and that's where the wet tires should perform the best. Also, a nice gap between guys. As we see Sainz staying out. I mean, he is really gambling on that thing we saw there on those track details. I mean, it will get down so close, but I mean, it depends. It depends how wet tire will perform here. 2.7, good with Bottas, good with Bottas. 2.6 also really good. Yeah, Sainz getting 23.6.
Gap 4.5.
Let's see. Last lap, yeah.
Gap 1.8.
Bad tire. Well, we'll see. Maybe we are a bit not that gamblish, not gamblish enough for Sainz. Really good lap. I mean, if you see this stats, you almost want to get another inters. Not a really wet tire, right? Let's push, let's get the tire temperatures, let's get some positions. Yeah, now Sainz in pits. Everybody will be slow, right? And Bottas now meeting Russell. Not really meeting, possibly he's going into the pits as well. We have that different lineup. Yeah, almost everybody pits except Leclerc. Giving 2 seconds each lap, as we see from the last lap. So wets right now is super important. Cannot really go around that. Leclerc will lose a lot of time there and just drop position while pitting so late. For those wet tires, Hamilton also not pitting, enjoying that top 5 spot, but he hasn't been doing so much. Well, he's now losing even more positions. As we approach almost 5 millimeters on the track, Leclerc pits, we regain our second spot. Verstappen again leading the race, 3 seconds behind. We are pushing. He had a bit of earlier pits, so we're having a bit of better tire. Not for long, we are pushing. Now I guess we need to decide for how long we are going to stay on this one.
Gap 2.1.
This will be kind of inters phase. Let's pretend we don't pit for inters, right? It's around lap 37, but we want to get on inters for sure, at least for that really small gap. And then we kind of want to get wet tires as well. We have a fresh compound, and there's no worries for that. Okay, then we'll get again inters. Yeah, for this big of a gap, I think it's necessary. And at the end of the race, around 61st lap again, we are getting another wet, or possibly the same. I think we have 2 stints. Okay, it's a crazy strategy. We can push with everything basically. We'll see. Again, we see some heavy rain and not a lot of rain, so we'll see. Maybe we can do even just a bit different strategy. I won't copy that for Theo. We just basically need to keep an eye out for Bottas. We're running like pretty similar strategy, so yeah, let's just not get lost with Bottas, and it will be fine for Theo as well. So we are pushing right now with wet tires on both of our guys, though temperatures are not looking nicely for me. Let's go for a longer race. Let's get temperatures a bit in normal range, and then we'll see.
We've got a yellow flag here.
So there is a yellow flag. Magnussen
Right, so
spinning
this was the
on
fourth corner.
4th corner.
That's it. That's the spin.
Well, that was a bit too early note, but yeah, that's a spin. And right now, race situation is quite interesting. I mean, we're not really catching up with Verstappen. As I push, he push, and if I don't push, well, we end up just a few hundreds behind on our lap, and we losing that time. Theo got few positions up, and really Ferraris could not catch up with us. We also put a bit of gas in it, took Stroll's position, and now trying to regain those temperatures with both of our guys, as we managing our tires quite nicely. So let's keep going for that. It really looks nice. Our best finish is on the border right now. Let's keep doing that. Actually, it's even better than best finish, since we now got 5 points from sprint. If we finish like this, it will be another record, another personal best crushed. So let's keep doing good job. Perez pits, and I don't know for what he pits and why. He's been running wet tires, and now we see him coming with another wet tires. I mean, that gave us nice place for one. For the second, I don't know for how long he is going to use these tires. I mean, wet conditions will drop quite a bit after 5 laps. Maybe that's a bit early for Inters, but will he get back everything with those wet tires? I don't know, maybe. Not that competitive cars ahead, so maybe he'll grab a lot of confidence there. That's not a bad plan, of course. As we're having a bit of a distance behind us, 7.4 seconds, really nice distance against Sainz, and yeah, having a bit better tire and still getting better laps with Theo against Stroll. Kind of catching up to Piastri as well, looking really nice. Now, as we come close to this a bit better conditions, a bit lower legs on the track, we see Ferrari Leclerc pushing with a bit worse tire, now getting better laps in and catching up with Theo, taking on Stroll. To Bottas, we cannot really get close to Verstappen. Every lap after lap, he just gets few hundreds of us. Well, we're still keeping against Sainz that distance. That's really nice, taking the second spot. I'm all for it. I would like though to have a bit of catching up happening with Verstappen, not really ending the race where we are, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Right now we're not really pushing with anything. Maybe we will if we see sudden drop in track conditions. Okay, there's yellow flag and there's a safety car. Okay, so what's good, what's bad? Bad, Bottas is well ahead of others. This is terrible. Oh, but the good, look at the good. I was going to tell what good is, you know, Verstappen will be reachable for us now, but look at the good. It's Piastri and it's Tsunoda, and I don't see them after done. It looks like. Oh, that's a big gift for Theo. We exchange him basically that short second spot to yeah, a few more spots for Theo, and those few more spots are much better than in sprint race. The price for each place increases. So okay, we see Tsunoda and Piastri retiring. Let's see the accent. Turn one. Pretty nice replay. Yeah, you see the impact? You can feel it, but you cannot see it. Okay, that's a crash. Everybody saw it. Hope so. Anyway, we're taking that 5th spot. Now, the pits. Is it time for pitting? There's quite a lot of laps still, like 9 laps until we really want to have inters. We don't really want to get those inters right now, possibly, right? How many we have still? Have plenty. Let's see album coming out already. Okay, that's wet tire. That's wet tire. We could get a new wet tire. That's true. Do we want to get a wet tire though? Verstappen in pits. Cheat, CCC. I mean, for Theo, we can make a short decision when seeing what Verstappen pits for. I would be tempted to go for enters here. I know it's really far, but it's really good chance. Look at this. It's 4 laps, right? These can be done under a safety car. And it goes down. It's 5.3. Okay, we need like this part to happen, right? Okay, let's put Bottas on another wet, just in case not to miss it, right? But let's keep an eye on Verstappen. Goes into pits. Yeah, Bottas super close. So we will not be able to know what he pits for until he does. Theo? Yeah, I think let's go for wet tire as well. We're not losing here, right? A lot of guys will pit. So at worst, we're getting equal tire with no tricks. Though I'd really like to go for inters. Yeah, they're getting another wet tire. Okay, so no tricks there. I mean, we could try to deduce what, for example, it's this. It's quite close, so it was like lap 6, 7. About the same to this part, and we can go, for example, here, lap history, track condition, go to lap 6 or 7. It's 3.4. Yeah, 6 is 2.6, so around 3. That's a dip. This one is around 3, 2, 3. 4, 3. Yeah, let's go for wet tire. I did enough gambles from really good spots. Maybe it's better to just go for normal ones. He goes into pits for wet tire. He's a 5th right now, 5th driver on the grid, so we're looking quite nice. Then let's go for that boring safety car. Yeah, everybody pits for wet tire. Not a lot of guys have that. Oh, maybe they did not pit yet. Yeah, that's true. Now everybody lining up. Our advantage goes to nothing with Bottas, but we will have a chance, right? We'll have a chance to make it the first position, though highly unlikely, but yeah, maybe it will come to us. Now, safety car ending. Actually, Theo lost 3 positions, as other guys are not coming for pits anyway, you see. Russell and Perez really greedy, going still with that wet tire. I think we'll see some overtakes here. As guys lining up for that start. Let's give everything for Theo as well. We want to clear those guys, not stopping us for our better laps and creating gap for the 4th spot, right? We want to take that 5th spot ourselves, and yeah, yellow flag, come on. We saw you spin.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Who spin? You did not spin. Magnussen spin. What a false information. Okay, it's fine. Let's go racing. Let's take those positions back. Yeah, because those guys, Perez and Russell, will be not looking great. I think we'll get that nice distance against us again, and that will be good for us. So let's just be the one who you know, has that big gap behind himself. Now he's fighting Leclerc, not what I would like to see. I'd like to see him taking those Perez and Russell's positions, so yeah,
just keep an eye on those
not
temps.
the brightest scenario, but I think... Oh, look at this dive. Is he driving soft tire? Of course he's not, but I mean, this dive, that's really aggressive and really successful so far. Just taking that position. Theo, what are you doing? I'm giving you everything, and suddenly you drive the worst. You drive the worst part in your race, while conserving. You've been much better driver. Okay, Bottas trying not to let Verstappen go, and really not managing to do that, I'd say. Almost full second now behind. He's really good in wet track conditions, so not a lot, actually, not a lot there for us. Again, look at that lap. It's 23.7. 23.7. All other guys quite equal, let's say. 24, 24, 4, 25, 24, 5, 5, 3, 1, and 7 with Theo losing that spot, of course. Yeah, we're just trying to get just a bit better lap than Verstappen. Doesn't really happen. Tires are really hot right now, I know, and he's fighting Leclerc. We're getting a bit lighter rain soon, and he's trying to fight here. Really trying, but really just being close and not really doing anything. Both of them trying to fight for those positions. So this restart was super bad for us, let's say. At least for now, it looks really not right. Russell losing that position, possibly we can overtake that car at least easier than others. That should give a bit of a boost for confidence, if he manages to do that fast enough, not getting that big gap there. Okay, and Theo finally getting into high confidence and getting Russell out of the way. Now, this is a slight gap in wet conditions, as we see. A big dip happening soon, but it's really not justifiable for Inters, I'd say. Really not what we're looking for. Now let's try to not overheat that tire super a lot, right? But overall I think it's not Inter's time. Just not enough time on lighter conditions. Soon it will be pouring rain. And yeah, it's wet again. So now our tires will get better. Oh, Perez looking on that 42% tire not great, so we will be taking back that 6th spot with Theo. That's nice, as we build a bit of distance against Stroll. Bottas in 3rd spot. Again, that's not the 2nd spot, but we are now right now are conserving, and maybe it still be quite okay. 1.5 seconds isn't that much. And now Theo overtaking Perez. Really nice boost for confidence as well. Like, looks like a drag race here. But yeah, we gave a bit more resources for Theo just to clear Perez out, as he's having really bad tires, and that will not cost us a lot of pushing. So we just picked up nice confidence boost. Now high, not very high, kind of going for inters is close. Getting that dip is quite close, so let's push with both of our tires, and let's try to make the most of it. Of those tires as we're getting into inters. We see Perez pitting, possibly for inters. I don't know what the strategy is. Maybe that was the strategy, to just go all the way and now pit once, not twice. If that's not inters, he's losing a lot of time, since we'll see that lighter rain soon.
We will box.
We will box,
Okay,
and
box.
Verstappen,
Yeah, we can go for you
he's
in
staying out. Verstappen staying out. Okay, it's our chance. As we're getting out of the pits, it will be under 4 millimeters. So yeah, that's our strategy call. Let's just hope that this gap on inters will be enough to do a lot of damage for our team's time. And we see Theo also coming on Bottas there in the pits. Let's hope that it will be a smooth pit stop. A double stacking here is a bit risky with our pit crew, but it looks quite okay. 2.9 seconds, just a bit losing there, but double stacking is fine. Theo did not have to wait. We're having better tire conditions now, better track conditions for inters. Now under 4 millimeters, we should be getting better laps, and we should be doing at least for, I don't know, 7-8 laps like this. I hope that will be worth it. Let's push all the way. We'll see how our laps will differ. That's a really risky strategy call, really close, right? But it's still going down, so we're not blundering here. It's question of how much we will gain out of this, right? Other wet tires also running quite low, you know, so we'll have to pit, and when we pit, we also pit for wet tire, right? So right now is time to shine for us. Let's hope that those inters will perform nicely, as yeah, track conditions still getting better and better for us. As it approaches 1 millimeter, it's better for us and not for wet tires, right? So let's keep trying. Oh, come on, Theo. Let's get that overtake done. And yeah, we're having much faster laps. 20 seconds is much better than 21. So full second faster than other guys. Now, we don't have a lot of laps to make that work for us. Yes, but you know, conditions getting a bit better, and maybe our gains will be a bit better. Also, overtaking is really important, not staying behind those cars. Slow cars, and just using that advantage we have all the time. And if anybody just pits right now for fresh wet, they will use that wet much faster, you know, and when we get wet, we're still getting nice time. So right now, let's just hope that we can use this inters enough. That's a thing. Use them enough to really cut down. As we see, 2 seconds now. 2 seconds per lap is already quite a serious advantage. And let's just hope that, yeah, we still have even another light rain period. And possibly we will have, right? So we're really gaining time on other teams. Even Verstappen with those wet tires cannot really do anything there. And Sainz pitting. We'll see what tire he will choose. If that's inters, that's way too late, and he will need to pit again. If that's wet, then he will lose for the end of the race, as he will have not that good tire. Yeah, that's wet. So his tire will be overheating and will be yeah, degrading much faster, as well as Norris getting into pits here. So right now it's time for us to gain the most out of the inters, and hope that their tire will degrade a lot as we get on wets. We should be looking quite okay. A huge gap between Leclerc and Verstappen. The yellow flag, not what we're looking for.
So I've got a car off.
I hope that's not a virtual safety car, right? Yellow flag, okay. Sergeant, spin. Let's see how he spins around.
Things were going smoothly.
Oh yeah, come on.
Whoa! And around they spin.
He's on Inters,
It's
by
hard
the
to
way.
be too
Credit for that. A lot of lower teams going for Inters, also looking for that opportunity to improve their position, as these guys will need to get on fresh wet tires. Still not going for that, we're gaining a lot of time to them. Of course, they're looking for the freshest wet for the race end, still knowing that it's not good to put fresh tires right now, but yeah, it's costing that time for them as we're pushing with everything, right? Yeah. 2 seconds, oh, even more than 2 seconds gaining on them. Now we caught up with Norris. Still should be doing a better lap than he is doing. Even our tires has have 20% difference. Let's give a bit of ERS. Let's hope for that overtake right now. We don't want to stay behind those wet tires. Still, it's light rain after 3 minutes. Really good, really in favor of us. Taking this spot, really nice. Now we'll be closing on Perez. And yeah, Verstappen goes into pits. Again, if that's Inters, that's way too late. If that's wets, we will be gaining just a bit over him. As now Bottas finally getting that confidence up. Still, track conditions going in our favor here. Nice overtake. And now let's get back that ERS. Yeah, but we're looking quite fine here. Bottas. Meeting Verstappen in front of him still, 2 seconds gap. He getting wet tire, so we will have to pit. We will have to pit, even though we are gaining a lot of seconds on them, but we will have to pit and lose a lot of positions. Though it will be last 6 laps in 1 minute, we still have 4 minutes of light rain. So we're looking okay right now. Would be nice to overtake Verstappen, as we possibly will do, right? Even degradation is different, but we're having Inters, so that's no-brainer. Should be gaining on Verstappen. We'll see what the difference in that right now will be. I think that's no, that's a first lap after taking those tires, so we won't see his. It's a yellow flag. Safety car, okay. That's best chance for us to get on wet tire, no? Oh, we see 2 cars out, and one of them is Hamilton. Oof, such a tough season ending for him. Yeah, let's see that crash. Should be quite nice. Quite nice, okay, I'm sorry, but come on, crashes are great if nobody gets hurt. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, well, somebody from behind hit Hamilton, and then he hit Ocon. Who was that? Gasly. Yeah, that's what happened actually, guys. He's been hit from behind.
Charge the pack. Just keep your eye on the delta.
Ocon, okay, that was Ocon. Yeah, 4 minutes. Let's pit with Bottas. That will be super bad. We're not gaining anything else from those Inters, but we gained a lot. I think we gained a lot, especially with Theo. I think we gained a lot. We have now we'll get a better pit stop. These guys possibly will also pit, so we're just getting on equal tire and having nice race end. If not, we're having really bad tire. Norris actually already got that tire before, so as I told, now those guys who did not get those Inters and get the fresh wet will be suffering. And so after pits, we're taking 3rd spot with Bottas, going on that fresh wet track. So our strategy looks really nice. We are looking for science after the green, and we're looking for Perez and possibly Norris with Theo, right? We'll have a lot of resources for the race end. And look at this, the top guys not looking great, these guys not looking that great. Maybe Leclerc has a bit of a chance, but overall we're looking really nice with those resources.
Ready for a restart?
We're pushing with everything and everyone.
Let's get out.
As we're looking for those positions now gained. We're having really good tires. Now Theo having a bit of a trouble there. Taking on Leclerc. Again, Leclerc isn't someone who's easy to overtake even because of the tire, right? But Perez and Norris will get out. Perez needs to pit or he gets a puncture. So really looking for our best season, best finish so far. As Bottas right now also closing on Verstappen, really close here, really gaining that time. Now we are snatching that hundreds, those tenths of a second. As Norris lost his position to Leclerc, now things start to get in place because of those tires, because of those strategy calls. Again, end of the race looking really great for us. I don't know how in the world, but Verstappen with that super bad tire manages to get, yeah, almost 1.2 second faster lap as we push all the way.
0.8 now.
Really crazy, really crazy. So we're pushing all the way, we're having better tire, we should be taking those positions. Look at Perez. He's keeping everybody behind, nobody is in front of him. Cannot really close distance with those tires. He cannot stay in the race with those tires, I think. But Norris cannot overtake him and stops everybody. Really cannot do a lot. We want to overtake here really badly. Now, Bottas builds a lot of ERS there, and we're still quite close to Verstappen, so last lap overtakes is in our pocket. Maybe we will do that. Now, with Theo, we're trying to catch up with those guys in front. Perez, I don't know how he's finishing this race at all. But somehow, he's not only doing that, he's keeping everybody behind. And now distance. Oh, there's a puncture. There's a puncture for Perez. I mean, that could have been predicted. There we go. And it's done. He's possibly dropping out of the points as well altogether. Not really in time to change it and get back on the track. As we take one more spot, that's the best finish so far. But right now we need to somehow catch up and take Science. Now that's tire difference, not that big. Maybe if Leclerc overtakes Norris and Sainz, maybe we have a chance to improve our position. But against Leclerc by itself, it's hard. It's really hard for Theo somehow to catch up and do anything. 2 laps remaining for Bottas to overtake. We're having even more ERS again. We are getting better laps than Verstappen. At least the last lap was better. So maybe there is a bit of a chance to do that. Now we're closing with each lap 10th of a second. We'd like to be faster, right? We're quite closer right now, I believe. We're still pushing the ERS using our resource here. Or we're almost closing in on the last lap. Still having a bit of an advantage on the tires. But even with wet tires against Inters, he's been doing an absolutely amazing job. So yeah, it's hard to tell what it will end up being. We're quite close on this really fast straight, really close, 0.3 seconds. We have a bit of more ERS left over there, so this might be a winning race overtake any moment. As Theo now having a bit of a distance to Leclerc, not a lot can happen here. We're pushing with everything. We will be pushing with ERS on the last moments of the lap, but right now let's focus on Bottas as he can take that overtake. Here, still regaining a lot of ERS, running really nice numbers. It's the last lap, come on. Yeah, we're really close all the time, really close. Not close enough to overtake, but close enough to be staring at his back. Let's give a boost for Theo as well. He's quite close to us, everybody's quite close, so not a lot of chances left for using that ERS. Let's give it all and let's see where this gets us. Last corners, practically left for Bottas as well. Really close. These last corners into the finishing straight could be really essential. Is it enough? Now defensive moves from Verstappen. There is no defensive moves, they're just this straight, and possibly we need just one more corner to overtake him. We cannot really do that now. Theo, possibly the same story here. Yeah, we are not really getting anything more, but this result is still great. You remember our cars in like 13th or 14th for this race? We're getting another podium, and that's not a third place podium, it's a second place podium. That's really great. That's again the best finish, the best points for sure for Sauber in one weekend and even in one race. So best finish for Theo again. We're really smashing. So the only thing is really drivers is really more confidence. Now +2 positions, +7 positions for Theo. Yeah, he's been qualifying back there in 13th spot. Now we see 18 points here, 8 points here for Theo. We have a lot of podiums, 5 podiums of Bottas, 1 race win, 2 fastest laps, 3 DNFs hurt us a bit, but We need just one more podium to complete that long-term objective. Really looking good from that. Yeah, Theo taking another spot in Drivers' Championship. Close to Ricardo. I think we can take maybe even Russell out of the way, as Mercedes do not really score. Yeah, we are fourth. We are fourth in Constructors' Championship. Like, really great 31 points here. Yeah, only 2 teams get as much points as we did, and now we're building a bit of a difference, a bit of a gap near Mercedes. Aston's really not scoring that much, 20 points now, looking really great. Really happy for those results. So thank you for watching. We're going for another United States race for the next weekend, and yeah, it will be fun, and we'll be taking some nice points again, and we'll be trying to get back on the track with more confidence. So thank you for watching. This was Free Happy Dolphin, and see you on the next episode.